perfectly clear, and a man is a man of no stranger to the feeling on his fear. He just weaved his whole career, simply hid his stoically waited, when the courage of him will merge, with our breathless heroic related, and our nearly already converged. So we shouted, "Hello!" The door of the carriage ajar, the girl in that thought was funny, but it started to cut his heart, when he dropped his embarrassed cigar. Oh, they got their off to shut and free. The great sorrow just now going to fail.
So, the menace whose shadow terrorizes every traveler in the territory.
Who'd ever dream it is really our brave and charming amant who has outwitted them for years?
I think it's very funny.
You must be proud of your brave son, Mama.
He's a reckless fool. This wallet holds less than $1,000 American dollars.
But that's a small fortune.
It could be a big misfortune, but a miserable $1,000. You let those travelers hear your voice, see what you're wearing, see what close quarters.
Our brave Ramon has no fear.
Your brave Ramon has no sense. His orders were...
His orders, Tesoro.
Mendoza, the whole raid was Mendoza's idea.
That club is nothing but a mad revolutionary.
Not quite so mad as you might think. Those Americanos were to bring $1 million to El Presidente. That's why your orders were to bring the luggage. Did you imagine that he would carry $1 million in his wallet?
Don't worry, Mama. We took these suitcases as well.
But what does Mendoza want with so much money?
Oh, well, to finance his revolution against that tyrant dictator, of course.
And with the money intended for El Presidente himself, what's more?
Well, where is the luggage?
It's coming loaded on a mule. Pablo and Pepe are in charge of it.
Pablo and Pepe, those two. You might as well have put the mule in charge of them.
You let Pablo and Pepe take charge of $1 million?
Of course, why not? Two simple souls leading a really old pack mule. What better way to escape the prying eyes of any policeman?
Pablo, Pepe, a mule, and $1 million. This I must see. Let's go meet them.
No. You can go, Lana. You two can silver. The rest, go about your business. We must draw attention to their arrival. The police have spies everywhere. Not now, Mama. You mustn't be mad with me. To your mask, there's no danger.
There is always danger. I tremble every time you go on one of your expeditions. I see a ghost in every shadow.
My father, it's been a long time now, Mama. You must try to forget.
How can I forget? The dust from your horse's hooves had hardly settled before I had a very clear reminder. Lopez was here.
Lopez?
The man who trapped your father 10 years ago.
And shot him in the back as he prayed. One day I'll be revenged on that man. What did he come for?
To ask questions? Always more questions.
He can prove nothing. Did he come alone?
Bernardo was with him.
Bernardo?
Oh, don't underestimate your enemies, Ramon. That was your father's mistake. At the end, he was daring when you are rash. He was cunning where you are simply impudent. Oh, I only worry because I love you, my son.
I know, Mama. How did you get rid of the police?
Well, I left that to Raquelita.
Raquelita?
Well, she offered to ride a little way with them and Lopez is fond of Raquelita.
Another reason why I must kill him.
Don't be so foolish, Ramon. You know Raquelita has eyes for no one but you. She just wanted to make sure that they would be gone before you return from your raid.
Better be right, Mama.
Come on, you stubborn brute, moving on you.
Here is Pablo with you. Check for yourself that all is well. I must see that my men are cared for.
Well done, Pablo. You can make it one more full.
Heave-ho, giddy up there. Come and get your nice carrot, you brainless creature, you. Why does Zorro always give me the most difficult job to do?
Oh, my little beauty. Time to go now.
Here we are, Mama, all safely delivered, just as Zorro ordered.
And where is the mule?
Here it is. No, it isn't. Where's the mule?
Well, you see, Pablo, when Casilda came to meet you and you started to tell her all about the raids.
Well, I might have mentioned it.
Mentioned it. I couldn't stop you boasting that Zorro is all the most dangerous work to you.
Well, never mind about that now. What happened to the mule?
Well, you see, Pablo, I started to unload her and I put one case here and one case here and one case here and one case...
And when he had his hands full, I undid the mule's rope and tied it round Pepe just to help him along.
And you were too busy patting yourself on the back even to notice.
That's enough from you two girls. Now, come on, into the house. See the men have some food. Come on. Enjoy your carrot, little mule.
You must tell me more sometime, hero.
Well, don't just stand there. Put the cases down. Oh, not on my toe, you idiot! Anywhere but on my toe!
Anywhere!
Hey, have a care. There's a fortune in one of those cases. Here, give them to me. Oh, Rita, I work with you. And for goodness sake, get that rope untangled.
Here, I'll help you.
Thank you very much, Pablo.
Excuse me, but am I supposed to stay roped up for the rest of the day?
Oh, sorry, Pablo. How on earth did this happen?
How do any of these things happen when you're around? Now take Mama the handbag.
Handbag?
Handbag, it's around your neck, where I like to be.
Oh, yes.
Why don't you just bring it round the front? Now get that rope coiled up and hurry up.
Is everything all right, Pablo?
Oh, no, everything is not all right. Honestly, I don't know why I bother with you. When you're not doing me grievous bodily harm, you're embarrassing me.
When have I embarrassed you?
You do it all the time. Take this morning. There we are, a band of desperados holding up a coach at pistol point. Above his eyes, the steely eyes of our fearsome bandit chief.
El Zorro!
El Zorro? Why the L?
Why the hell what?
The steely eyes of Zorro gaze ruthlessly down on the two trembling Americanos. He shouts to you, get those bags off the stage. And what do?
I get the bags off the stage.
And then you have to say, excuse me please, lovely day, isn't it?
Now manners, Pablo. I was only being polite.
Bandits aren't supposed to be polite. They're supposed to be nasty, horrible.
But I don't feel nasty.
Try, just for me. You must convince yourself. Every morning when you get up, you must say, I am diabolically wicked. Go on, try it.
I am diabolically wicked.
I'm a mean, desperate villain.
I'm a mean, desperate villain.
Give me patience.
Give me patience.
Oh, shut up. Can't you even look a bit frightening? Go on, make a really vicious face. Feel savage. Try a snarl. Oh, that wouldn't frighten my maiden aunt any dark night.
Oh, I'm quite glad about that, Pablo, because I quite like your maiden aunt.
Hey there.
Is this the luggage, Mama? Here it is.
All right, we manage for ourselves.
Hey! Come here.
What now?
Do you realize what you were doing with that luggage? Hurling it! Positively hurling it! Haven't you learned the very first rule of the Mexican baggage union? Take it easy.
Just one right, Pablo. I must try to remember.
Here in Mexico, it's far too hard to hurry, so we take it slow. And if the jobs don't worry, we just let it go. And put it off until when we are in the blazing sun. To have a lot to do is not a lot of fun. And so we always stop as soon as we begun. It's like it might get to mañana. Something we meet, the fun to the things they seem to like, always being on parade.
We start to scream and scream, and I scream and go on strike when it's 19 the shade.
Once the sun has set, you'll see a place where energetic we can get. Let's walk the shot and keep that wicked cast of net. Cha-cha-cha and keep that
Let them play a tune. There'll be no stopping us tonight, we in the mood.
the very thought of us beneath the sun at noon will make us swoon when it's not done. So when we met after dark, felt our sweat beat the sky, all the blaze that never passed.
We are cool, and as we become cool, so survive, and the rays are up for us.
Once the sun has set, you'll see a place how energetic you can get. Let's walk the shot and keep that wicked cast of net. Cha-cha-cha and keep that
Let them play a tune. There'll be no stopping us tonight, we in the mood.
the very thought of us beneath the sun at noon will make us swoon when it's mañana.
Lola, what are you doing out here?
It's too hot inside, and you were all searching through the cases, so,
Oh, you thought you'd search through the handbag.
no one was bothering with it. I didn't mean any harm.
You were looking for something for yourself, weren't you?
No!
Give me the bag.
No!
Give it to me.
Who's this?
Oh, it's Raquelita, I expect.
No, it's Lopez back again.
Lopez! Ramo! Quick, girl, into the house. Take the bag and see the luggage is safely hidden.
What is it, Mama?
Lopez's bag.
Lopez, Prato, Raquelita.
Oh, the Raquelita would take me well away from the rancho before you return from wherever you have been.
I don't understand.
Of course not. But you see, I found the senorita far too anxious to be rid of me. When she took a trail that could be the long route back here, I decided to return quickly, the short way. Ramos, where have you been?
Minding my own business.
Business. A broken down guest or rancho that never attracts a guest who can pay for his keep. Strong at night and day with petty crooks. Where does your money come from?
Money? Oh, we have scarcely enough to live on.
That does not answer my question. Your money, Ramon. Do you earn it the way your father earned his?
Oh,
Oh, come, Lopez. I'm not armed.
I do not brawl with peasants. I am an officer of the law.
and a murderer.
An harsh word for a man who only does his duty.
Exceeding his duty, surely 10 years ago tomorrow.
Ah, yes, tomorrow. You will be going to the Aztec ceremony, of course. It's an anniversary, is it not?
You dare to remind me of that?
10 years since I ended the career of a certain bandit, and Ramon, take care that tomorrow isn't your turn.
Captain, Senor Lopez!
Ah, my sergeant. I ordered him to report here. It's suitable, don't you think, that a rendezvous for petty criminals should be a meeting place for officers of the law once in a while.
We are tired of your insinuations, senor.
Captain, I have the most astonishing news to report.
Sir? You astonish me, sergeant.
Well, I followed the trail like you suggested, but before I got back to the police station...
You came across the victims of a robbery.
How did you know that?
Ramon missing all the morning, Raquelita so anxious to see us clear of the ranch before his return. A robbery was the logical deduction, Sergeant.
Deduction?
An important feature of police work. Who were the victims?
Can't you deduct again?
What?
An American senator and his daughter, sir, were apprehended by bandits. All their luggage was taken, and all their money as well.
Luggage? That's something new. Are you setting up in the second-hand clothes business, senor?
Oh, such a rancho, if you wish.
I intend to do, believe me. What steps have you taken, Sergeant?
I used my initiative.
No!
The travelers looked mighty shaken by their experience, so I suggested that they rest up for the night at the nearest guest house. The coach is on its way here now.
Well done, Sergeant.
They're coming here.
Does it alarm you?
No, why should it alarm me?
Why should it indeed? This is a guest rancho, is it not? Back to the station, Sergeant. Bring every man you can lay hands on. We are going to search El Rancho Grande inch by inch.
I'm afraid there won't be anyone on duty at the station, sir.
What?
There'll only be a band practice.
A band to practice? Am I the only police officer in the whole of Mexico entirely surrounded by musicians? We need men who can shoot quicker and straighter than their enemies, and they send me trombone players. Very well, Sergeant. Begin the search yourself. You are looking for luggage that may have originated in America.
You have authority to search, of course.
Of course. The authority of El Presidente himself, who personally appointed me chief of police for this lowest territory.
Come on!
Get on. We love to trade more visitors for your guest house. But unless I am mistaken, this is the lovely Senorita Raquelita.
Logical deduction, an important feature of police work.
Come on!
We meet again, Senorita.
Come on, you are safe.
Of course, darling.
Why should he not be? You might be interested to know that a coach has been held up and robbed of its luggage. And my sergeant is at this moment searching the guest house very carefully.
I am sure that you are most anxious to join his Capitan. But first, perhaps, a glass of wine?
Thank you, Senora, but I am on duty. Constantly on duty.
Don't worry, he won't find anything.
Everything went well. The Bernardo found the coach. He directed the driver to bring it here, passengers and all.
It's on its way here. Oh no,
Lopez thinks he has me trapped. He almost smiled at Bernardo.
that man frightens me so. I swear I said nothing to make him suspicious.
You know I trust you, my sweet.
Living the life you do. I sometimes wonder if you trust anybody but yourself.
You are my whole life.
Pretty, but not true. You live for your adventures. The excitement and danger of your double life mean more to you than I could ever do.
Be patient, darling, just a little longer. Very soon, I promise you, Zara will vanish from the scene. Then I'll take over the rancho, and we can get married.
If only you knew how I long for that day.
So do I. But just for the moment, I have work to do. That's the way it is.
And if that's the way it is, then I'll just have to know that.
I know that my love is true. Still I keep saying a prayer.
Lopez is asking for you. I think you had better go to him.
He hasn't far.
Of course not. The luggage is safely hidden. But we had time to search it. There was nothing.
Oh, Mendoza's $1 million doesn't exist after all.
Not in the luggage, certainly.
False compartments. A secret panel in one of the cases.
My dear, I was an expert on false panels before you were born.
Yes, Mendoza
Take
is not
my
sure.
word for it. Those Americans have no treasure trove. Not one bit.
Mama, try to persuade Ramon not to go to the temple ruins tomorrow.
But he has never missed the sun god ceremony, even as a child a year after his
I
father.
know, he still insisted on going, to prove he was a man. But what will he prove this year? That he can die as pointlessly as his father
Right
did.
in Peter.
I just know there is something wrong with this year. I feel it here.
I understand, but we must not let Lopez frighten us. Listen, the coach.
As the passengers.
For a moment, Lupton, don't worry.
Visitors, Maran, the coach is here, I heard it.
I'm not very sure of you, Pablo.
Come on, Pepe, we're the porters here, aren't we?
When we're not too busy being bandaged.
Pull yourself together and come and give the guests a hand. But
We know who it is. We know they have no luggage to port. But you can go and welcome them
Welcome to El Rancho Grande, senor.
Oh, Rancho Grande. Grande? That bloody coach driver said this was the place, but I didn't believe him.
Welcome, senorita. May we help you with your cases?
No, Pablo, you can't do that, don't you? Sorry, Pablo, I forgot.
Welcome to my rancho, senor. The police informed me that you have had some sort of misfortune.
That's putting it mildly, don't you think? I am Senator Theodore K. Vanders from Washington, D.C., and I've been robbed, that's what. I've been subjected to the most infernal outrage, the most diabolical bit of villainy.
Oh, I thought it was all rather exciting and romantic myself.
Romantic?
Well, don't carry on at these good people. It's not their fault, you know.
It's their country, isn't it? And what sort of country, for Pete's sake, sends American citizens bouncing across the territory in a flea-ridden old buggy and they can't even protect us from cutthroats?
No doubt that you were being passed about too, senorita.
I was, and I think I have the bruises to prove it.
Land sakes, Lucille, bruises get better. We've been held up, remember? By a gang of cutthroats, hoodlums, highway robbery in broad daylight. But you can't call that car track a highway.
Fortunately, senora, there are 2 police officers at this very moment at the rancho. Pablo, Pepe, tell Sergeant Bernardo the senator is here.
We've already met the sergeant. That doesn't help any either. Is it really that hard to find hotel staff around here? This country, Lucille, is a shambles.
My son and I run this rancho, senator, as best we can. We hope that our hospitality will be some consolation for this unfortunate
Outrage is the word, ma'am. Outrage.
And this is my son's fiancée, Raquelita.
Pleased to know you. My daughter, Lucille.
Ah, Senator, Miss Vanders, you've arrived safely. Welcome to our Rancho Grande.
That's what everybody keeps saying, darling. The sooner I'm away from this place, the better. We just have to get to Puebla.
I'm afraid that is out of the question, Senor. While investigations are in progress, Captain Lopez will inform you when you have his permission to leave.
His permission?
In these parts, Senor, there is not much you can do without the permission of Captain Lopez. Oh, and Raquelita, he was asking to talk to you.
To me?
He wants to ask you something about the Aztec ceremony tomorrow night.
Oh, no. Don't worry, child. There's nothing to fear. Run along.
And now, Senator, how can we help to make you more comfortable during your stay here?
Comfortable? In this benighted country?
My father is a steady man, Sergeant. I'm afraid the wide open spaces just don't appeal to him.
What worries me is the wide open space where my wallet used to be. I've no money, I've no valuables, I've no luggage, and believe me, Sergeant, there's nothing a man hates more than losing his belongings. My watch and my rings, my personal things, suitcase and 3 valises. A man's self-assurance decreases when he finds his Oh, what a shame! Oh, what a pity! It's really too bad and it makes me mad. What a shocking man! What a pity!
My daughter, my husband, and
Scotland band, what is Scotland band?
All coach has arrived, I take it.
Oh, we sure didn't walk it.
Senator, this is Captain Lopez, the chief of police.
The chief? Well now, perhaps we get some action around here at last. Lopez, I am Theodore K. Vanders from Washington, D.C. Senator Vanders, you understand? This is my daughter Lucy. And so far we've a pretty poor impression of your law-keeping potential around here.
Our country is passing through difficult times, senor.
Passing through? It never seems to reach the other side.
It will, Senator, it will.
This is my son Ramon. Ramon, Senator, and Miss Vander.
Pleasure, senor. Senorita.
I know. And welcome to our Rancho Grande.
I must go and see that your rooms are prepared, Senator. I'll send the porters to you.
Well, thank you, ma'am. But we've nothing left to put.
Miss Vanders, my sergeant tells me that the bandit who held up your coat came close to you. He spoke to you?
He did.
Then I suggest that during your stay here, you keep your eyes and ears open. It may be your memory will be stirred by a voice, a gesture, any information you can report to me. Even a suspicion might be invaluable.
I'll try.
I have questions to ask you too, senor, when you are arrested. I shall be returning. Maybe my next visit will find you less well prepared.
Hasta la vista.
Follow me, sergeant. I will gladly.
That's your chief. You have my sympathy.
Senorita, this country needs a man who is tough at the top. And he is tougher at the top than any man I know.
You'll be too tough for my move.
I know how you must feel, senor, to encounter a dangerous bandit like Zorro.
Zorro?
It must have been Zorro, a brute of a man, wearing a mask, the bullying type, ruthless, coarse.
That's him, all right.
Coming, sir, coming.
But I didn't see the bandit that way, Paul. He was gentle and had a very nice speaking voice, as if he regretted what he had to do. And his eyes over the mask were magic.
Don't tell me you found him wrong. Attractive?
Well, I could certainly understand a woman falling in love with him.
Senor, senorita, your rooms are prepared.
Can we take your... Oh no, we can't.
Damn it! This is all we have, what we stand up in.
And how unfortunate for you. And how will you sleep tonight without your nightie?
Oh, please forgive him, senorita. There are times when I think...
Yes, and there are times when I think.
but not very often. Come on, useless. Will you step this way, Senator?
Oh, Peppy, if you really want to know how I should sleep tonight without my nightie.
Lucille!
The answer is, very well, thank you.
Are you coming, Lucille?
Any moment,
Hurry it up. I'm short of money, I'm short of luggage, and I'm getting short of patience. I'm going to have a long lie down.
You must be willing too, senorita. May I offer you some refreshment?
There's no hurry. I'd rather stay out here and talk to you. Your fiancée. Raquelina, isn't it? It's a pretty name. She seemed upset when Captain Lopez sent for her.
An interview with the chief of police is seldom a pleasant thing in these parts.
It seemed to me it was something the sergeant said about an Aztec ceremony that upset her. Just what is that all about?
Once a year, we revive an ancient Aztec rite in the ruined temple of the sun god, in the hills not far from here. Girls will wear colorful costumes, and we perform a very solemn ritual, praying to Tonatu, the sun god, to bring the dawn as before for another year.
Oh, and then all go and get drunk, I suppose.
Well, something like that.
It sounds fascinating. But why should it upset Raquelina? She should be looking forward to it. I hope I'm here long enough to attend.
It was during the ceremony, 10 years ago, that my father was shot.
Shot? How? Why?
A certain police officer suspected him of being a bandit. He believed he was using the ceremony to contact his gang to share the proceeds of a hauler. Every time my father went near one of the other worshippers, he was convinced that money was changing hands.
But surely you didn't just shoot him down on suspicion.
At the climax of the ceremony, my father was kneeling with the others. He reached into his pocket, perhaps to find a handkerchief to wipe his brow. Who knows? The shot rang out, and my father fell dead.
How dreadful!
Afterwards, the officer said he'd seen my father reach for his gun, but he wasn't even armed. Why should he be? At a religious ceremony.
Oh, Ramon, you were there. You saw it all happen.
I was only a boy at the time, but the memory will never leave me. One day I swear I'll be revenged on that policeman.
Lopez?
Yes, Captain Lopez, our present chief of police.
So you took over the role of sorrow that your father had played before you?
What makes you say that?
Do you imagine that I could ever forget the eyes that burned at me over Zorro's mask? Or ever mistake them?
Lopez already suspects me. Do you intend to confirm his suspicions?
You gave me a moment of romance, the most exciting moment of my life. Would I reward you by betraying me?
Thank you, Senorita.
Lucille.
Thank you, Lucille.
Now, I claim my revenge.
Reward?
Just one kiss from the hard, cruel lips of El Zorro.
So, Raquelita shall hear about this.
Zola, I can explain.
No, you can't. Not to me. For years, Ramon, I've been in love with you. But knowing you belong to Raquelita, one of your own people, I held back my tears and said nothing. Now, I find your kisses are available to any cheap little Americano bitch who happens along. What, you nasty man, little cats? I won't. Cats can scratch, and bitches can bite.
Senorita, getting on all right with everybody? That is good.
Bernardo, where is Capitan Lopez?
He has just left, Senorita.
Zola, you wouldn't.
Wouldn't I? Where was he heading?
To the station. He'll be back soon, I expect.
That may be too late. Too late for everyone.
Excuse me, Senorita. Ah!
What is all the shouting about?
For some reason, Lola wants to find Lopez urgently.
Lola, that girl's behaving very strangely.
It must be the Latin temperament, Mama. I'm surprised you're not more used to it.
It certainly is a change to have around someone as placid as you, Senorita. You don't seem at all upset by your adventure.
Upset? Why, I've never enjoyed a day so much in all my life. It might have all sorts of possibilities. But what about losing all your clothes and things? There's plenty more where those came from. It'll be fun getting a new lot. But very expensive. Papa won't even notice.
All the same, a crime has been committed, and it is up to the police.
We know to leave no stone unturned. Quite a right, Bernardo. And I'm sure that in no time at all, you'll be out there turning every stoner like mad.
As you say, Senorita, in no time at all.
Mama, I think we must expect some trouble.
Lola?
Yes, I'm afraid of upset her. She may be planning to betray us.
To betray us? How can she betray you? Why should she betray you? She does not know anything that Lopez does not suspect already.
Can she have any evidence we don't know about? Something to definitely connect you to this morning's holdup.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I began to think that foolish baseball play was never go.
Well, did my old friend here on the rebel? How about you fight for freedom?
Magnifico, amigo, magnifico. Any day now, El Presidente will be out. Kick it out on his fundamento.
Bravo you! Hasta la victoria!
For business, camarado, for business, pronto. The Americanos are here, I am correct?
You are correct as always.
Sí, Mendoza, I know everything. Where are the Americanos of this momento?
Easy inside.
In their rooms, we've taken them water twice.
Twice?
My friend tripped the first
Ah.
time.
Well, they said they wanted to wash. I told them it wasn't Sunday, but they didn't seem to.
That's one thing, my old friend. They carry no money for their president.
Wait, hold your ponies. Don't jump to delusion. I have new information. It is not cash they bring, but a draft.
A draft?
I don't feel any draft.
Not the draft you feel when I breathe down your neck. A draft on the Bank of Washington in order to pay money, which is just as good as money.
A piece of paper?
Exacto! A piece of paper worth $1 million to El Presidente. These big business typhoons in America who've grown fat on us for years. Do you suppose they want a revolution to rob them of their oil wells and gold mines? No, 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 not sangriente like me. They use El Presidente to continue grinding our faces.
Ah, now I see. I had wondered what had happened to your face.
But we have searched and the Americanos have no such piece of paper. We have been through their luggage with a fine-tooth comb.
You comb your teeth? You say there is no $1 million paper in the luggage. That is tiresome, incredulous. Wait, let me conjugate on the problem. I know there is no lunatic. Ah, but of course I have it.
The draft?
No, the answer. This cunning Americano would realize his luggage might be such lost sneaky.
It has.
Exacto. So what follows? You ask me, I tell you. The Americano has the paper on him.
But when Dawes right out his pocket, I even got his wallet, there was nothing.
This Americano has much intelligentsia like me. Would he keep the paper in a pocket or a wallet which are for bandits to dip into? Noncha, noncha. He will have hidden it in his clothes, concealed it in a lining or somewhere. You must search every stitch he is wearing.
We must search him.
Without him knowing, of course. We don't want to let the beans out of the bag before the hatch.
But I don't know how we can search him without him knowing.
But well, it is none of our business anyway. Unless, of course, there is something in it for us.
That's the point, amigo. If we find this $1 million, do we get a record?
Maestro to this. What for do you want a recall? You are all very well sword and heels, garland arms are grande. Do you need paying to do a little job for your patria?
Oh, no, Commendatore, we just wondered what you had in mind.
All I have in mind is to get hold of a piece of paper. We simply must keep El Presidente in the works and make sure there is no deal with the Americanos. Viva la Revolution! Viva Mexico!
Viva Mexico!
Oh, that is settled. How you find the paper, your problem. You will find a way. You are very ingenious, and needs must when the wolf is at the door. You go to the Aztec ceremony tomorrow.
Why, yes, we're all going.
I will see you there. You can pass the paper to me during the ceremony.
No,
Excuse me, senorita.
my mum does not go to the ceremony tomorrow.
But of course he must. Everybody goes to the ceremony.
Don't worry, Jolly. I shall be all right. I have my men with me.
Of course. You'll be as safe as haciendas. Hasta la vista.
You're going?
Back to my brave soldados, back into battle, and as we gallop away, once more the cairns shall ring out to our rebel song, and to the glad shout of the cairns, as they scatter out of our way, covered in dust. Mendoza rides again.
Lopez again! The time I started charging him a rent.
Into the house, quick, hurry!
What's in there?
I don't know, you hurry!
Come on, lad. Tell everybody what it's all means.
It's all...
Come, girl, you weren't so hesitant a few moments ago.
I found something here at El Rancho Grande, which belonged to her.
Something, therefore, which must have been stolen in the holdup and brought here by bandits.
See, perhaps. I don't know.
Tell everyone what you found. To my darling Lucille, from her loving father.
Why, thank you, Capitan. And you too, Senorita. I was wondering where I'd left my locket.
Left it was stolen from you in the holdup.
I assure you it wasn't. I was wearing it, very close to my heart. And your Zorro was far too much of a gentleman to have discovered it, let alone laid hands on it. No, I put it down somewhere just after we arrived here as guests. Oh, I'm so grateful to you, Lola dear. You must let me reward you.
Don't tell me you're in league with these criminals already.
Watch it, Capitan. That sounded mighty like an accusation to me.
Forgive me, senor. There are times when my work is very frustrating. To take you, senorita. What was all that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ramon.
Not now, Lola.
As soon as
I said not now, Lola.
All clear!
Oh,
excuse me!
Amigo, let me introduce you our friends from the USA. This is Senator Anders and his daughter Lucille. This is our good friend Mendoza, who has just come to order some chickens.
Senorita, I'm on the way to meet you. Do you know something? Me, Mendoza, I have never before set eyes on two real-life Americanos. I have quite effervescent.
I've never seen so much hardware on a civilian.
Ah, senor, we live in dangerous times. Every village swarming with rebels. A bandit hovering behind every cactus.
Well, with your kind of realistics, you'd be the man to run into Zorro.
Zorro! Always everywhere, everybody talks of this Zorro. It is a lot of Palamalone. Who is this Zorro?
Well, it's not you for a start, senor. You're hardly the right shape.
I agree with you, amigo. Zorro is overrated. He is only as strong as his weak friend.
no, such talk is not entertaining for our guests. We Mexicanos are happy people, senor. We spend a lot of our time singing.
What have you got to sing about?
Oh, who cares what they sing, so long as they sing?
Exacto! Me, Mendoza, I'm construed to postpone my department until we have sung just one more canzone. If we have gas, it is only proper to entertain them. Is that not so?
Quite right, amigo. Let's show them that nobody can sing a song better than we can. Down Mexico way.
When oh I how that I hear from it some is kept alive, and the church life in a truly glorious way. Take the happy song, it's a happy song, we still love
have to say to her. Give her a rose for her hair. Maybe a rose she will wear. Next we must ask her to dance. Maybe she'll jump at the chance. Give her a rose for her hair. Maybe a rose she will wear. Next we must ask her to dance. Maybe she'll jump at the chance. And everyone knows,
What is it, my friend? Don't forget, every stitch he is wearing, matching within an inch of his life. But be circumspicious. Don't let him catch up.
Honestly, don't see how it's possible.
But it is absolutely compensatory, obligational. Necessitude is the mother of intention. You will find a way. There tomorrow at the ceremony. Hasta la vista, amigos. Viva la campagna!
If you meet that man tomorrow, I'm sure you'll be taking a terrible risk.
Don't worry, darling, I'll be all right.
And I don't trust Lola anymore.
Trust me, my sweets.
Hey, Chief! Excuse me, Chief.
What is it, Pablo?
My friend Pepe's had one of his ideas.
What? No, not now, Pablo. Later, perhaps. I've rather a lot on my mind at the moment.
But it's about what you've got on your mind that he's had his thought.
Well, out with it.
Sorry, Raquelita, but would you mind me for...
Oh, no, not at all. Of course not. There's a little bit of dirty work that you can do for the great result. Please don't let me be in the way.
Raquelita!
Wait, Chief, wait. Sorry if I sort of butted in, but this really is important.
Well, out with it.
Well, you know, it's about how we could search the senator's clothes.
Well,
Pepe's had this idea.
The simple life may be all right for some folks, ma'am. As a vacation, maybe.
But not for you, eh, senor?
Well, it sure is for me. I think Mexico's exciting and colourful and romantic. Who needs the big city, all the noise and the people?
All of the same, I'm sure that if you were here very long, you'd miss all those busy streets, and the bright lights, and the theatre.
Of course she would.
Don't you believe it? With a cactus against the moonlight for a backdrop, and the thrumming of guitars for atmosphere, and one of your best-looking caballeros for company, I'd head up to Mexico.
Senorita, my friend Pablo's just had a wonderful idea. We may not have any theatres in these parts, but we do have a circus, and he thought you and your father might like to see it.
A circus?
Well, yes, of sorts. We have to make our own entertainment in a place like this, so don't expect too much.
Probably.
We'd like to see it very much.
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
we, Pop?
probably a cockroach race.
Well,
We'll try anything.
we'll put on a good performance for you. Spread out, big now, please. Make a bit of room, will you? Right, Pablo? Off you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mexico's favorite traveling show and its fabulous impresario. If you'll allow him, he'll address you now.
Greetings and welcome, folks. This is my circus ring on which but it's by far the greatest show. Topping the bill, I have by far the world's most thrilling circus star. So chic, so very chic, where my feet go, where the feet go,
That's where he goes.
Jose amigo, they call it for him, not for him, because it for him, howling smarting, it's my performing queen. Quite new and using circus tricks, and now attention everyone, trick number 1. Young Rico, Rico, he's so chico, so very chico, okay, Frankie, your dad is ready, and it's steady, it's very steady. It's naughty, naughty. 3 steps, 4 steps, we're always counting.
It's all right. You can come in. There's nobody here.
Of course there's nobody here. Who do you expect to be here? It's Lucille's room, isn't it? And she's still downstairs with the others.
Yes, I know. That's why we've come early, so we can hide before she gets here.
The whole thing sounds crazy to me. These thoughts of yours are getting more and more embarrassing.
Well, the other one worked all right, didn't it?
Well, I suppose it was one way of searching the senator's clothes. But we didn't find the paper, did we?
So now we know he hasn't got it.
I only hope he didn't. I only hope he didn't know we were looking for it.
Why should he? He doesn't know that we know there is a paper.
Perhaps there isn't.
Mendoza says there is, and if the paper gets into the wrong hands...
I know. It's this thought you've had about how to go about it that worries me.
Well, I think it's a good thought. It's not in the luggage, the senator hasn't got it, therefore the girl's got it.
And if the girl has got it, how are we going to find it?
Well, if we keep quiet and out of sight until she goes to sleep...
Eve. Suppose she puts the paper under her pillow.
I don't think she will, because I don't think she knows she's got it. I think the senator planted it on her. I think he'd think nobody would think she'd have it.
You think he'd think? You know what I think?
No, Pablo. What do you think?
That we'd better get the heck out of here while the going's good.
But the going's not very good, is it?
I do hope you'll be comfortable.
Oh, I'm sure I shall. And it's the cutest little room.
Now,
And this night at Casilda's let me simply sweet.
Now, are you sure you want to come with us tomorrow?
You bet I do.
Well, as long as you don't mind losing your beauty sleep. I'd say good night then. Get some sleep while you can, if you can. You won't have very long, you know.
Oh, it suits me. I can sleep any time. And this dawn ceremonial of yours is the chance of a lifetime. Thanks for everything, Mama.
I'll call you in good time.
Good night, Mama.
Good night then. Oh, as we're making an early start in the morning, you shouldn't be bothered by any moonlight serenading.
No, what a pity.
Oh, and if any of the boys should start flogging their guitars, just throw a shoe at them or something.
Good night, Mama. And good night, my handsome Zorro. Thank you for the most exciting and romantic day of my life. Oh, Zorro, if only we could share this wonderful night together. If only I could feel your strong arms holding me close. What good is a magic night like this if I must spend it alone?
the view, sneaking into a lady's bedroom.
I'm asleep.
Oh, you poor man. Have you hurt yourself?
Oh, what's happened? Where am I?
It's all right now. Take it easy.
Oh, look at you. You're in your nightshirt.
I know I am. I've just gone to bed. Over there. See, this is my bedroom.
Your bedroom? What am I doing in your bedroom?
Good question.
What have I come for? Where am I going?
You tell me.
I was having a dream, a funny sort of dream.
Is that so?
Yes, I dreamt I was going somewhere, taking a walk.
You did take a walk. You walked right in here and knocked that screen over.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, now I'm for it. I'm going to get into terrible trouble.
Oh.
Terrible trouble.
No, you won't. I shan't say a word. You just take yourself off, nice and quietly, and nobody will be any the wiser.
You mean I can go and you won't tell anybody?
Not a soul. Let's just forget the whole thing happened, shall we?
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Well, whatever's the matter now?
Well, you've been so kind to me.
Oh, now, what's wrong with that?
Well, I'm not used to people being so kind to me.
Oh, Peppy. Now, you mustn't blame yourself. You're a somnambulist.
Yes, and I walk in my sleep too.
But you're awake now, so hadn't you better be off? Good night, Peppy.
Good night, Lucille.
Oh, yeah, Peppy. Quick, the window. Oh, just grab the branch of that tree and swing yourself down. There's nothing to it.
But I could do myself a mischief.
Go on, quick.
One moment you were only too anxious to assist me, the next you let me down as soon as your story was charged.
I must have been wrong in thinking the locket was stolen.
No, you were not wrong. The American girl was lying. I don't know why.
Well, I do. She's in love with Zorro.
What?
It's the truth, Capitan.
But So is Ramon. They're one and the same person, and you know that only too well.
Ramon?
Don't pretend to be stupid. You found the American's luggage in the rancho, and you stole the locket for yourself.
No, Capitan, no!
Come on, lie to me.
You're hurting me.
Then help me trap Ramon. You know more than you told me.
If you let me go, there's the one thing I can tell you.
One.
Mendoza was at the rancho yesterday.
Mendoza, that mad revolutionary. He's just a joke.
He may be more dangerous than you think. He was whispering with Ramon, and I heard them mention the Aztec ceremony.
So, perhaps history is about to repeat itself. Perhaps Ramon was supposed to find in the American's luggage something of importance to Mendoza. Jewelry? Money, perhaps? A secret document of some sort? And perhaps Ramon did not have a chance to hand it over yesterday with the Americans at the rancho, but today, at the temple, in the shadows. Listen, Lord. I might forget about the locket you stole, if you'll help me.
What must I do?
At the ceremony, very close to Ramon. Do not let him out of your sight. The moment he approaches near enough to Mendoza to pass something over, signal to me. I shall be at the back where the shadows are the darkest, but I shall see you. Quiet! I hear Ramon's voice. He mustn't see us together. Go quickly, catch up with the others. Ah, songbirds! I do trust Ramon that you would take great care at the ceremony today. I should hate to think of your poor mother having to face a second family tragedy. I might be too much for her.
Ramon, I beg of you. Please, let's turn back.
Darling, I have to be at the ceremony. I promised to contact Mendoza. No, I haven't found his $1 million, but he has to know one way or the other.
You're still the little boy of 10 years ago, aren't you? Proving he's a man. Playing bandit.
You in my arms, my sweet. It will take more than an idle threat from Lopez to spoil the magic of the moment. Since we first met, the night of the Aztecs holds nothing but wonderful memories for me. Do you remember how happy we were?
And how we sang together that very night. Of course I remember.
Let's pretend everything's just as it was then. We're alone together, and all I can think of is you, and the night, and the music. My love's serenade. With
hear us tonner tune, the Lord of the morning sky. Hail to thee, tonner tune, mighty sun. Love of burning gold, fiery hope of day, rule
The bullet must have grazed her arm.
Will she be all right?
Of course she'll be alright, but she needs attention. The wound must be bathed and bandaged.
My cabana isn't far away.
The way I'll bring her.
No, you maybe need it here, Maman. Pedro, you take her.
Follow me, Pedro. Come.
I'll go with her.
Well, enough of the ceremony.
Allez, Jardin, not scared when that girl ran off. It wiped me out of my wits too.
And talking about being out of your wits. Look who is here.
Peppy, where have you been? You look awful.
I had rather a disturbed night.
You don't say.
Oh, don't I? I thought I just said. But you're probably quite right. I'd better not.
I'm sorry, Mama. We were on night shift. And as a matter of fact,
You got it? Right.
that's for the chief. He's going to be very pleased with us.
Well, that will make a change.
I'll handle that, Mama. Could you do something to get the Fiesta started again? Lawless accidents is rather put the damper on things.
Accident? Well, I'm doing my very best to get over a very bad shock. I don't exactly feel in best of mood.
Oh, please, Mama, do your best. That's it. Now you'll be aware. Just get things going while I deal with Pablo.
This way, Chief. I've got news for you.
Well, come on, folks. We've got our orders. We're going to be gay. Well, let's get started. How about a song and some dancing?
Here, here. What's happened to all the party spirit?
I just finished it. Well, come on, let the fiesta begin. Who's going to start the ball rolling?
Oh, well, I do. Peppy, what do you say? Will you teach me to tango?
Oh, no, senorita. I couldn't do that. My feet wouldn't be concentrating. Tell you what, though. Mama, you're beautiful too, of course, but somehow I'm more used to it. May I have the pleasure? Well, you said somebody had to start the ball rolling. How about you and me? That ought to start something. Shall we dance? A tango just for two, so it's okay not to appreciate just sexy things.
Oh, so we can make a pretty good guess who fired that shot and who he was aiming at.
You mean if it hadn't been for Law?
I don't know yet.
Rakidita, what news?
Good news. Laura's going to be all right.
And Lopez was seen running away.
Running, how extraordinary.
Yes, and very unusual too, for Lopez usually glides about like a snake with rheumatics.
Mama and Peppy have been dancing, and everybody's in the mood again.
Good, as a matter of fact, my friends, we have great reasons to be happy. This is a great day for the downtrodden people of Mexico.
Downtrodden? If this is the way you folks carry on when you're downtrodden, heaven forbid I ever come back when you're on the up and up.
Well, I'm not really certain I ever want to leave.
Come on now, we've just got into fiesta mood. Let's carry on with the good work.
Good for you, Mama. Here in Mexico, we know how to celebrate country. So, what are we waiting for?
then. You know very well we happen to be fond of Raquelita.
Raquelita? Oh, I get it. I danced with a boyfriend for a couple of minutes. So I'm out, is that it?
Not all of it. At one time or another, every one of us has been in love with Ramon, or thought we were. So, here we live very close to one another. Our world is much smaller than yours.
I don't understand.
Well, maybe you don't. When Ramon chose Raquelita, we all accepted that we'd loved and lost, and that she was the lucky one. Raquelita's one of us, and we're all her friends, so we were happy for them both.
And now?
Now you've come along with all your glamour and your clever ways, and within an hour you've set your cap at Ramon.
Set my cap? Say, that's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it?
We're an older-fashioned people, Lucille. We accept that we've lost Ramon to Raquelita, but we don't accept that she might lose him to you.
Well, what do you know? And I thought Mexican girls had guts. Lots of spirit for fire. Are you really so afraid of a little competition? If Ramon's as set on Raquelita as... then I don't stand a chance. But I can find out, can I? It's up to Raquelita to prove that nobody can take him from her. If the situation was reversed and Raquelita came to Washington and tried to take my man away from me,
You'd fight for him?
you bet I would.
So would I, if there was any need. But there isn't. You and Ramon belong to different worlds. You find him romantic and exciting, and he finds you smart and attractive. But you could never mean to him what one of us can mean to him.
Especially you?
Especially me.
Oh, Raquelita, I wouldn't want you to hate me.
I don't. I realized that I was spiteful last night. But I have been so afraid for Ramon's life all evening. To see you with him so carefree, when he might have been lying dead in the temple instead of dancing.
Well, I understand. I've always dreamed of romance. And here under the Mexican sun, I was just kidding myself that I might have found it. But it was just a dream.
For us, life is no dream. It's real and hard. Being in love is the only thing that makes it worth living.
And you are in love.
Of course I am. Every time,
In love with the sound of music from softly tones. In love with the dream of summer, the gleam of stars. In love with the white red blossom, the snow white flower.
Senorita, I am looking for your father.
Oh, you've come to tell him you've captured the bandit, of course.
In a word, no. And now I've even lost my chief of police.
Oh, Sergeant, isn't that a little careless of you?
The Capitan left to attend the Aztec ceremony, but nobody has seen him since.
There was a shooting incident at the ceremony, did you know?
Yes, I heard.
Well, perhaps that explains why Lopez has disappeared.
I don't see how. A few shots is nothing unusual. Mexicans are very excitable people and often fire into the air out of sheer exuberance.
Even at religious ceremonies?
Frequently.
Well, how come your churches are always so full?
Ah, I see one arm of the law is still with us.
Now, ma'am, a little respect, if you please, for a hard-working police officer.
Thank you, sir.
Even if he is pretty damn useless. No news, I suppose, Sergeant?
Alas, no. We have pursued our inquiries most diligently and explored every avenue.
Bernardo leaves no stone unturned.
But I'm afraid I have to report that there is no trace of the bandits, no sign of your luggage, nor any clue as to what has happened to your money. Nothing.
Well, luggage happened replaced, and I wasn't carrying all that much money. Shall I tell you something that'll take that woe-begone look off your face? The one and only really important item is the one the hoodlums didn't discover and didn't get. And it's still safe.
Oh, first I've heard of this. Tell me, what's this really important item then?
Oh, never you mind, Lucille. This is not the time or the place for me to discuss the reason for my visit to Mexico.
Well, I never did know why we made the trip anyway.
Well, we're very glad you did. We've become very fond of you.
Well, we're sure grateful for your hospitality, ma'am. And just as soon as I get back to Washington, I'm going to see that you're suitably recompensed.
You don't do all that thing, Senator.
Papa, you simply got to tell me what this important item is. I'm simply dying of curiosity.
Oh, you'll live a little longer, Lucille. We have to get up to Puebla. I take it, Sergeant, that since your precious chief has vamoosed, there's no point in our hanging around any longer.
I suppose not.
Okay. You haven't left anything behind at the rancho, have you?
Well, I've nothing to leave, remember?
I mean, you've got all the same garments on.
I don't follow.
I haven't left off any underwear or anything.
Senator, what a question to ask a young girl in front of an innocent young lad like Bernardo.
Papa, if you're afraid of me catching cold in this climate...
All right. Just so long as we take with us everything we came with.
Do you really have to leave, Senator?
Afraid we've wasted enough time already, ma'am.
Oh, I don't mind if we never leave for Puebla.
Well, I know how you feel. I guess I feel a bit the same way myself. But we just have to get moving. And now your son's kindly found some sort of buggy for us.
Oh, yes, he's fixing it right now.
Good. Then as far as transport's concerned, everything's okay. But I'm bound to say, it's with some regret that I must tear myself away.
Any chance you may, yet decide to stay. Maybe you could let your business wait another day.
Everyone's agreed, we're an idle breed. Why do something pronto when there isn't any need?
You're going full speed, what do you like to lead? But we wouldn't want to know indeed. We're in Mexico, it's talking and that feeling so. Why you going where you want to go?
just have to go to Puebla on your own.
That's impossible, Lucille. You just have to come with me.
Why? What do you need me in Puebla for?
I need you because you've got the, well, just take my word for it, can't you?
Give me one good reason why I should.
Well, it's... Will you excuse me? I must have a quiet word with my daughter.
But of course, Senor.
Sergeant, wouldn't it be wonderful if you could find all this Hispanic luggage, everything that's missing, all by yourself, while Lopez is on leave, without absence?
It would be the crowning moment of my career. But my men have searched everywhere without success.
Perhaps they were not very thorough the first time, preoccupied, no doubt, with the next police officer.
What are you driving at?
Bernardo, you don't keep your ears open. In a little town like this with rumors flying around, you'll be surprised what you can learn.
But nobody tell me anything. You're all against me all the time.
There. Have you looked in the old stable block behind the cantina? You might find something there that will make your day.
It's been searched already.
Ah, well, perhaps your men were not concentrating, did not look properly.
Try looking again in there, Bernardo.
You know something, don't you? If you've been withholding information...
But I'm not withholding information, I'm passing it on.
Oh, where have all the darn stupid things to do? It's not there now.
Got to be there. You're not looking in the right spot.
But I've been right round to tell you it's not there.
Lucille, my whole diplomatic career is at stake. We've just got to find that paper.
Viva la Planetario! Viva la Victoria! It's true, amigos, it's true! Here Mendoza, I bring you the most colossal news! La revolution, she's all over by the shooting! Viva la Victoria! Viva la Planetario! Hey! Oh, signor! Perhaps this is what you are searching for in the senorita's unmentionable. Me, Mendoza, I know everything. I arranged a stock up so that the money shall not reach our Presidente, the old one. I plan to use the money when I sold out the revolution in support of our Presidente, the new one. But by sold out the revolution, she succeeds without your Americano money. So you can keep your Christmas pudding, thanks Lord. $1 million, I would not be surprised.
Are you sure you can spare it?
Si, senor. For me to keep it down, it would not be honest. Amigo, there's a great day for Mexico, is it not? And Presidente, the old one, he's gone. Happily, Scadido. Viva la Presidente, the new one. Hey!
Senorita, I have the most wonderful news. I have found your stolen property. It is all there. All your luggage, and even your wallet with $500.
$1,000?
Well, nearly all there. Nearly intact. Mendoza, what are you doing here?
He brings great news, Bernardo. The revolution is over, the tyrant has fled.
And so has your Capitan, has he not? Me, Mendoza, I know everything. My brave soldados had their big eyes on him last night at the Aztec temple when he shot down that poor little girl, Lola.
What?
See, it was the brave Lopez who fired the gun. Then my soldados closed in on him and he bolted like a scalded ferret.
You've done it this time, Mendoza, obstructing a police officer in the execution.
There has been no execution yet. Lopez is no longer a police officer. He was appointed by our Presidente, the old one. I have a message from our Presidente, the new one. Nolo Lopez, not on your Isabella. Oh yes, and I am to inform you that you are no longer Sergeant Bernardo.
Am I to be dismissed as well?
No, you are no longer Sergeant Bernardo because you have been promoted Capitan Bernardo. The best of Mexican luck.
Is it really true that the revolution over, the president gone?
Si, senor, our Presidente has fleeted, the government has fled.
A couple of fleas?
And Pablo, and the business of the circus, and getting the shirt off my back.
And Pepe and his sleepwalking.
It was the trap they were looking for all the time.
I trust we were instrumental in assisting with the assignment.
Yes, and I hope we helped out a bit too.
Leaders of the revolution, you have to twist the tables.
Yes, and we had to clean them out a bit. They were the muckiest stables I ever seen. Talk about a fall.
Heroes have no business cleaning stables. The great Zorro will no doubt promulgate you.
Here, aren't we getting a little bit careless?
Yes, about talking about what in front of who?
Don't worry, it has already dawned on me who Zorro is, but with everyone on Ramon's side, how am I going to prove it?
The question is superfluent. You don't have to prove anything. El Presidente, the new one, grants Zorro free pardon. Mexico no longer needs any Zorros. From today, all bandits are disbanded. Hey!
Look, everybody. See who's out at the mountain gate. That's what the cheering about.
La revolution is over.
The people have won.
The president's fled.
And I've been made a capitan.
And we got our luggage back.
And some of the money.
And Captain Lopez is on the run.
And I walk in my sleeve.
And found $1 million.
And I've been made a capitan.
And I'm not going to Puebla.
And neither am I.
And I'm going to marry you.
And I've been made a capitan. I've been made a capitan.
No, not you. You.
And I'm going to marry you.
Oh, Ramon. But what about...
Don't give it a think. Now there is no impediment. Zorro has been made redundant.
You mean it's all over? Finished?
Yes, darling. How do I look?
Look.
Now that I'm no longer a bold bad bandit, but suddenly a respectable citizen. Does it show?
Not so, did not. But how are you going to like being respectable?
Never again to ride through the night with a mask over my face. Never again to hold up a stage shouting your money or your life. Never again to hear the desert ring with the cry of Viva Zorro, or to play the hero I never really was. I'm going to like it a lot, as long as I can be sure that love was fly away, but stay true as a new life is lost.
Summon me a fastest horse and give me a safe conduct across the border. See to it quickly, and this girl leaves. Otherwise...
You've heard of the success of our little revolution, then?
I've been hounded and humiliated ever since.
No tyrant dictator to protect you anymore, eh? 10 years have I sworn I'd be revenged on you, Lopez.
Brave words, Ramon, but this girl dies before you reach your gun.
But I'm not armed, Lopez. Besides, I've decided I should be better revenged by letting you live, to be haunted and humiliated as you've always been.
Talk at the risk of this girl's life. No more talk now. Mendoza, your fastest horse. The first 3 lines, quickly.
Mendoza, I have the fastest horse in Mexico, but he is a little bit tired. Mama, perhaps you.
Our friend Pedro has the fastest horse in San Domingo. I will arrange it. Come, Pepe.
Oh, Pepe?
Yes, Pablo.
You thought you were crack shot, huh?
Deliberately moved to protect him. Did you have another change of heart?
Your days for interrogating are over, Senor Lopez. Take him away, Capitan.
Be warned, Senator. Politics, the struggle for power. Fortune can be very fickle. One day you're up, the next. Enjoy your triumph, amigo. Today's revolution is yours, but tomorrow's may be mine.
That shot at the Aztec ceremony, it was meant for Ramon, wasn't it?
I believe so, senorita.
And you stepped forward on purpose to save him.
Oh,
Oh, I don't think I shall ever truly know.
Well, I'd like you to have this locket. The inscription can be removed if you wish.
Oh, Senorita, I'd like it just as it is.
Senorita, under the new regime, you are appointed to give out all the medals at every restitution.
Well, folks, no more Capitan Lopez.
Viva Bernardo!
Viva!
And no more tyranny.
Viva el new presidente!
Viva!
And no more Zorro.
Viva Ramon!
Viva!
So perhaps I can count on him being around a little more often and doing a little work for a change.
Viva Mexico!
Viva!
She makes it an oasis for every mountain pancho.
He likes quite exciting, out here among the characters.
Among the